really stoked. Thank you, Chicago born. It's going into my grow light, so that way I can do indoor gardening. I did put a wish list up there. I'm not sure if everything was purchased because everything disappeared, or if somebody is just playing a joke on me. Who knows? But I'm gonna hope for the best, and hopefully I'll have some soil and a grow light here soon, so that I can really get into the depths of gardening. I don't know what you mean by face squish. It's like an indoor grow light, so I can start some starts inside. Um, it's like an LED one, so it's supposed to be efficient electricity wise. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I just put up another one because there was one I did yesterday and it said everything was purchased, which would be amazing. So I'm gonna hope for the best. Austin says maybe someone purchased it and will cancel it, but we'll see. So I'm hoping for the best on that. Um, but there is a wish list up now. It's mostly supplements and stuff because. Good afternoon, Jam Jam. I'm doing well. How are you? Um, but yeah, I decided I am going to be quitting smoking as quickly as I can, which is going to be a minute because I'm close to a chain smoker. So I'm going to be trying to wean off and just smoke less and less every day. And in the meantime, I'm going to switch back to the alkaline diet so I can fix my teeth. I think so. I'm so bad with electronics. I know you. It's somewhere on our YouTube. It's on Austin's too. I'm not exactly sure on that one, to be honest. I don't know. He explained it to me yesterday, but I already forgot. So I might have to get back to you on that. Honestly, yeah, it is really hard to stop. I heard it's one of the worst addictions out there, addictive wise. But my friend gave me a little bit of advice that I'm gonna take this time, and that's just don't smoke and don't smoke until you absolutely can't handle it, and then have a cigarette. I don't have an Instagram, unfortunately. Yeah, it's great for indoor. I'm so excited. I usually have an indoor platform going on, and then I put blackout sheets around it so that it doesn't disturb me if it's in the same room as me. And then I put a little fan, and that way I'm just gonna start my veggies early and just I'm gonna try and grow as big of plants as I can. Hi, Heather. Um, because out here I've never had such a long growing season, and so I'm excited to see how big the plants will get and how fruitful they are. That's beautiful, Chicago. Do you have any advice for me on quitting then? Um, I mean, I mostly started. It was an emotional thing, to be honest. I did some research and found out the way it changes the blood flow in your brain, makes you think more logically for like 15 minutes rather than emotionally. And I was going through a divorce, so I just picked it up as a nasty habit. Taper on Nick vapes. If I had a Nick vape, I might be able to. Those ones tend to make me cough a lot more, but. And hello to Canada as well. Canada is awesome. Never been there, but one of my dads used to kayak there. He had beautiful pictures from over there. Yeah. The last time I quit, I used a harmonica, and that was nice because it was the whole hand to mouth thing, and I just played it and my breath and everything. So I do tend to fidget anyway. I don't know if it's the nerve damage or even just the addiction. And my mother smoked cigarettes while I was in the womb, so I was already off to a rough start. And we'll see about. I'll try to avoid caffeine. I'll try. I'm nervous to quit too many things at once. And yeah, I do definitely get anxiety. And still, vapes. That makes sense, Jim Jim. Yeah, I'm gonna use this method that my friend told me where you just wait as long as you can without a cigarette and then take a few puffs of one and put it out and then wait as long as you can again. So, okay, I'll go slow. Go nice and slow. But I want to switch back to the alkaline diet because I get cracks in my teeth from the seizures, and I've healed them once with the alkaline diet, and I want to do it again. But if it's a nightshade, so it inhibits the body to absorb calcium for up to 3 days after taking it in. So it's going to be counterproductive unless I'm done smoking when I do the alkaline diet. That makes sense. Thank you, Chicago born. Um, yeah, I'm epileptic. It's genetic. But I've been on the keto diet for a minute. I cheat on it sometimes, but it mostly gets rid of the epilepsy. The alkaline diet, the last time I did it for about a year and I didn't have a seizure that whole time. So that was nice. Andrew Pine. Yeah, there's a lot of nightshades out there and they're not necessarily bad. It's just too much of them can inhibit the body from getting certain nutrients. But at the same time, like iron comes from spinach, but spinach is still a nightshade. But every day, but it's like once a week even. Oh, I see. Well, the keto diet's done wonders for me, but every case is different, I've learned. Like for mine, it's not triggered by flashing lights, it's triggered by sound and hormones. Um, all right, see you soon. That makes sense, Bob. I think I'm gonna have to get like tie myself to my bed for 3 days and make sure nobody's around me because I might just flip out. But you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way, right? And good morning, Hanson. Nice to see you. But either way, I'm determined to do it. I'm gonna take it slow at first because I don't want to overwhelm myself, and especially if I overwhelm my nervous system, I can risk having a seizure. So I just gotta. But I am gonna eventually do cold turkey after I wean down a little bit because I smoke a ton. So, yeah, thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. So, once again, I did add a wish list. I'm not sure how to help you guys access it, but who knows? Maybe I can try and explain that later when Austin explains it to me. I'm pretty technologically challenged. Um, yeah, so they put me on Keppra at first. I had allergic reactions, so that didn't help. But fish oils, taking fish oils every day, and magtine, because magtine is a magnesium that crosses the blood-brain barrier, and can help the nerves actually relax. So the only thing that's actually helped me was just putting a ton of oils into my body and cutting way back on carbs. Like I'll have gluten every now and then and wheat, and I'm fine. But I, for a minute there, just had to cut it out entirely, just to get the oils, like basically lubricating my nervous system so that my neurons could communicate properly. I don't know if that helps. I'm not a doctor, but I would definitely try at least, like, I used to take fish oil 3 times a day. Now I take it twice a day, and then Magtine right before bed, like an hour before bed. Thank you, Camping Cage Free. I like that name. Blessings to you as well. Appreciate that. Wow, 2 packs a day. Yeah, I haven't made it that far. I'm about, I don't know, some days, stressful days, I'll smoke a pack a day. Unstressful days, about half a pack. That makes sense. I can't really smoke cannabis because I get really paranoid and anxious, so that one won't be an issue. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Chicago born. Yeah, I had a bunch of other stuff on it yesterday, but apparently it was purchased, but we'll find out. Austin says that someone might have purchased it and then we'll cancel it, but I'm gonna hope for the best on that one. But yeah, I'm hoping to get some like bone broth and stuff to help me be healthy. And bone broth is very calming because it coats the lower intestines, which has a fuckload of nerve endings on there. So it can just be really calming to the whole nervous system. So I try to always make it, but I don't always have the ingredients. So having powdered bone broth is helpful on those days that I don't. And yeah, do your own research on all this stuff too, because I'm still learning myself. Yeah, I did put a robe on there. I usually have a robe collection, but I lost everything. I don't necessarily have to have the robe. I was debating on even putting it up there. Most of it is just health stuff for my body, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to try, so I'm not really concerned about getting a robe necessarily. But to Today I found an awesome app that maybe some of you guys have one than what I got because it got a couple of my garden plants wrong, but it did help me identify where the dragon balm was that I planted a couple months ago because it all flowed down the hill with my because I watered it too heavily in the beginning with like flowing water. So it all flowed down the hill, but now I have a bunch of dragon balm coming up and I had to make sure that's what it was. Oh, you're fine. I don't feel like that. Thank you, Chicago born. I don't feel bombarded with questions. I really appreciate your genuineness. I do. But yeah, so I was really happy to be able to identify some plants. But if anybody knows any apps that are better for that, that are a little more accurate, I would love to hear your thoughts about it and your opinions. Um, but I am stoked because I was able to identify the dragon balm. And apparently, it has a lot of medicinal value, but I'm just barely starting on that journey. So I can't really say what it does because I don't know. Good times. I am in America. I'm not really able to disclose the state, but I can tell you it's a much warmer climate than what I'm used to. I'm used to living in the mountains. Um, so when it does get a little warmer here, because it is earlier than usual for me to be out here, I'm gonna show you the giant garden patch that I just planted of mostly lettuces and mustard, kale, and I did sneak a little bit of milkweed in there, even though this isn't the season for it. But I mean, 3 seeds. I might as well just experiment a little bit. I have a lot of land here to work with, and it'll be fun to just see what happens. Um, so once again, if anybody knows an app for identifying plants that's free, I don't need any subscriptions. I'm barely making it by, so. Oh, fun. Yeah, I've never been able to garden year round, so this is going to be all kinds of exciting. I was going to go to Florida for this music university, but when I was filling out the contracts and everything, they said that they were going to have rights to my music for the rest of my life and could use it in whatever they wanted to, whether I agreed with it or not. And so I didn't end up even though it would have been free for me, because I can't just give up the rights to everything. I don't want my music on some kind of commercial that I don't agree with. So even though it made me broke now, it's worth it for me to get the deals. And hello, Angel with Wings. How are you this fine day? It's a beautiful Sunday in the month of gratitude. Comments disappeared. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, you're okay. I'm glad. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's the other reason why it's time for me to grow up a little bit and work on my voice again. I used to sing all the time and before I ever smoked, but when I went through that divorce and the depression, I just didn't care to sing anymore and I almost lost my mojo, but it's back and it's stronger than ever. I don't know what BK is besides Burger King. Um, oh, they're back. Okay, hi. I got it. Still waking up over here. And thank you. I do love singing. That's the other thing I'm gonna do while I. Oh, no worries. While I quit smoking is sing even more. But yeah, I don't think I'm capable of doing cold turkey right away, at least till I wean off a little bit. Um, yeah, in a few minutes, because the sun's just starting to stretch over the garden patch over there, I'm gonna go over and show you the dirt because that's where I planted a whole bunch of seeds that I'm really excited about. And dill, I guess dill attracts a certain type of butterfly. Can't remember what butterfly it is, so if anybody knows, please let me know. Oh, okay. So my email is formlessdragon11@gmail.com. You can email me there, and then we can get in touch that way. Yeah, the UK is as usual. Nice. Well, sorry it's grim. Rain must be nice though if there is rain. And hello to North Europe, Finland. I'm enjoying a beautiful Sunday in the month of gratitude. Okay, so the email is formlessdragon11@outlook.com. And I believe, yeah, I can't remember if there's capitals in it or not. I don't think there is. I think it's all lowercase. And then, yeah, no problem. So yeah, I can email for sure. I just don't have any social media platforms. I got locked out of my Facebook because I broke my iPad. That was a fun day. And ever since then, Google doesn't recognize me, so I can't get back on my Facebook. That was like a couple years ago, so that's over. Good times. All right, well, I am going to get back on in a little while, and then I'll show you guys the patch of dirt. Well, thank you. I feel like I did not warm up when I was singing, though, so I hope it wasn't ear-wrenching. Usually I have a lot more warming up before I just play, but like I said, I'm gonna make it a goal to sing more and smoke less, so hopefully, I've only been smoking for 5 years and I'm kind of over it, so hopefully I didn't do any irreparable damage yet. And thank you, I appreciate that. I at one point in time I was determined to hit every note on the keyboard all the way up to the highest one, but I didn't quite make it. I did make it to the high notes in the magic flute at one point. I am not about to just do that now though, because I mean I could if I warmed up to it, but just bursting it out of nowhere I could really damage my vocal cords. So oh, that's epic. That's good to know. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the dirt in a little bit. I'm gonna take a mini break, so I'll be back in like 5 minutes on another live stream. I do wish you all the